outside and look live across the San Fernando Valley this afternoon. Meteorologist Anthony Yanez has your first alert forecast as he soaks up the sun safely from his back deck. Hi, Anthony.
Hi, Robert. I tell you, I'm getting a lot of vitamin D out here, and you can see behind me the air quality, and you saw that shot also. It just isn't great out there, and so whenever you get these calm winds and really hot temperatures, look at San Bernardino 95. You got Santa Clarita coming in at 90 degrees, and so it's hot out there, and a little bit of a lower temperature in LAX, Long Beach. And again, you were showing all those people on the beach. That's the place that is much cooler out there. So your outdoor walk forecast, I picked San Bernardino here because it's one of the hotter spots. 95 degrees. It's a warm evening, but notice the morning. I saw a lot of people doing that social distance walk or jog early this morning, and you can see how comfortable it is from 6 in the morning all the way through 9 o'clock. But by noon already we're back in the mid 80s. Now, air quality, I was mentioning that, and you can see it behind me, just that haze. All the valleys from the Santa Clarita Valley, San Gabriel, San Fernando, Inland Empire, and low deserts have unhealthy air for sensitive groups. If you suffer from asthma or emphysema, here's the weather pattern that we have. Off to the west, we have the ocean. To the east, we have the mountains. And so what happens is when you get this heat, all that warm air forms. That's what we feel. But above that, if you were actually to climb up in the atmosphere, you would get a layer of hot air. It's called an inversion. And so at that top of the inversion, what happens is it traps all of the ozone, all of the, if there was a fire, all of the smoke, all the pollutants, it traps under there. And that's where we are, and that's the air we breathe. And so that's the pattern that we have. And because of that, that's why the air quality is so poor, especially if you're a young child with undeveloped lungs or elderly over 70. This is the kind of pattern when it's hot, still air, that can be really dangerous out there. So just wanted to make you aware of that. We have this ridge of high pressure bringing in the heat, and also that's what makes the air so still. Now, good news is the pattern's changing. We're going to lower temperatures by a degree or so as we move throughout the next several days, but it's not until the weekend we get a stronger onshore flow. It mixes up the atmosphere, gets rid of the inversion, and it's a little more comfortable. And also the key, we get better air quality out of this. But otherwise, what you're seeing in Lancaster, I picked this spot because they still have the peak of the heat for tomorrow, 93 degrees. 94 is their record. But look at that compared to average. 76 degrees is average, and we're way above that by pretty much 10 degrees every day with the exception of Sunday. And for tomorrow, it's still really hot out there from Van Nuys, Santa Clarita, San Bernardino. You see Lancaster and Victorville, some of the hot spots. But again, from Oxnard, Long Beach, you have temperatures in the 70s starting out with some early morning fog, and that is keeping things nice and cool. So here's what your extended 7-day forecast. What I want you to notice here is those temperatures are pretty consistent all the way up until Tuesday of next week, and then we start to see the heat coming back again. For the valleys and Inland Empire, what you're seeing is a gradual lowering of temperatures into the weekend, but we're back in the 90s Tuesday of next week. There's still no rain in the forecast. All of these temperatures are way above average for the high desert and the low desert, but you do see the back in the 70s for the beginning of next week for the high desert. By the way, the low desert, this is 7 straight days that we've had triple-digit heat. It looks like we're going a couple of more as we head through Thursday, and then temperatures hanging out in the upper to mid 90s. And then your forecast for the mountains, close to 80 degrees tomorrow. That's near a record high, but we're back in the 60s for this weekend, making for a little bit more of a comfortable, cool feel. But otherwise, a lot of heat out here, and it's going to stay that way for the next couple of days. Back to you.
All right, Anthony.